What happened to Sri Lanka?
Let's rewind. Between 2010 and 2015, Sri Lanka had strong ties with Uganda. But in 2015, the government changed. Fast forward to May 2016, when Uganda's president was re-elected, Sri Lanka's former president was there, attending the swearing-in ceremony in Kampala. The former president, who was just an MP at the time, attended the ceremony without an official invitation. And that's not all. He took the trip at the country's expense. He requested the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for funds for flights and hotels. His business class ticket alone cost 425,000 rupees. Why would an MP take a trip on the taxpayers' money with no official invitation? In September 2016, Uganda was placed on the EU's money laundering blacklist. But the real drama didn't unfold until 2021. December 2021. This is when things got serious. A private jet touched down in Ratmalana from Uganda, and this private jet was registered in a tax haven. It wasn't just any flight. A high-ranking official from the government then took this jet. He was heading to India for a pilgrimage.
When looking at the flight details of the private jet T7-JSG, the jet has landed on the BIA from India on the 10th of this month. On the 10th itself, the jet has travelled to the Jomo Kenyatta airport in Kenya. The jet has travelled within Kenya on the 14th. On the same day, they have left Kenya from the Bukoba airport of Tanzania. On the 15th, they have left Tanzania for Kampala. Then from Kampala, they have come to Ratmalana once again on the 16th. After arriving in Ratmalana on the 16th, the jet has travelled to Cochin and Chennai before travelling to Tirupati on the 23rd. It came back to Sri Lanka from Tirupati on the 24th and have gone to the Indira Gandhi airport in New Delhi on the 27th. Son of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, Yoshida Rajapaksa, commenting to a daily newspaper, had said that no payments have been made for the jet and that these trips were funded by a close associate of the Rajapaksas. Whoever it is that gives money, it is public funds that are being wasted in this manner. The issue here is that who flew to Cochin and Chennai on this jet and what was carried in this jet. Only a very rich person can travel in a jet like this. The hourly charge for a Legacy 600 jet like this is $6,700. So approximately 32 million rupees must have been spent for this jet on a daily basis.
Some suggest a former Ugandan ambassador was also behind this. Yet, there was no official investigation. But wait, this isn't the only incident. Back in February 2021, just after the government changed, another plane heading to Uganda from Colombo raised suspicions. Some claimed that money was being smuggled on this flight. It was revealed that over 100 tons of goods had been transported on this flight, based on information shared on social media by the Airline Pilots Guild of Sri Lanka. In the ensuing discussions, Sri Lankan Airlines issued a clarification. They said that in 2022, under a request from the Ugandan government, they had transported printed Ugandan currency notes that had been produced in secure printing facilities in Sri Lanka and other countries. The transportation was handled by a British company which had rented Sri Lankan Airlines aircraft for this purpose. At that time, Sri Lankan Airlines also said that due to COVID-19 pandemic, this contract had provided the airline with much needed revenue. Now let's take a closer look at this again. In February 2021, Sri Lankan Airlines flew a British company's rented aircraft to Uganda, transporting over a ton of Ugandan currency notes. Then, in December 2021, a private jet arrived at Ratmalana from Uganda, carrying a high-profile individual who then flew to India. So, what's really going on here? There's an old English saying, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it probably is a duck. Well, something definitely seems off here. These are just a few of the events, but there are plenty more connected to this issue. If you take a closer look at each of these incidents, it's not hard to figure out what's really going on. And let's not forget, in 2018, Sri Lanka itself was added to the European Union's list of high-risk countries for money laundering. So, the bottom line is, if we dig deeper into these events, a lot more will be uncovered.
The power of the people.